Hey there, you're watching Amitha Verma. I'm so excited because it is almost the spring season. And I love using decor to bring the feeling of the seasons into my home. Now, if you follow me, you know I love to go big whenever I work on a project, but this week I have a treat for you. I want to go small to help both you and me have a small scale project to bring the spring into our homes. Now, I'm going to share with you how I'm mixing in some of my favorite antique decor, things that I collected over the past, along with some of my absolute favorite new arrivals that have come into our shop just recently. Today, I'm going to be working on these two little shelves right behind me that are in a room adjacent to my kitchen. You can do the same project in your home on a similar little nook that you may have in a family room or in your kitchen, and even on bookshelves in your home. I know when you're thinking about designing a bookshelf, it may feel very daunting. So rather than thinking about all of the different pieces and little things that are gonna go on your bookshelf, I wanna recommend to you that you think about it in large groups or chunks so you know what you can look for either in your own collection or whenever you go shopping. Now, in my own process, I tend to look for the same sorts of items, such as larger scale vases, confit pots, and stoneware, but not so large that they cannot fit between my bookshelves. So it's always good to have those limitations because it helps you get rid of the things that won't fit. Now, I use this exact same process to select artwork whenever I'm working on styling a bookshelf. I am always on the lookout for pieces that would fit within the height of my shelves. This is a great spot where you can pick up seasonal art or antique or vintage art because it's easy to swap it out for the seasons and the moods and the colors that you want to bring into your home. Next on my list are going to be vases or bowls or pots that I can use to take up volume in my bookshelves. Now, of course, when you think of bookshelves, you think of books, but that tends to get repetitive. So you can simply change up the dynamic of your bookshelves by adding pieces that have different heights and different volumes. We're talking about bookshelves, so of course I'm always going to be on the lookout for books. So I'm going to pull some beautiful books from my shop that have the colors of the spring that I want to see in this little area of my home. And of course, last but not least, the seasonal decor. I'm going to be using some of these gorgeous spring-inspired pieces of decor. One of them is very obvious, it's a rabbit. So it's gonna immediately shout out spring, or so I hope. We'll ask my boys when they come back from school. So let's get started by putting the spring into our bookshelves. The way I'm gonna start is, of course, remove the decor from the previous season, and then I'm gonna start in the top left-hand corner because that's the way we read. And whatever I do here, I'm gonna start zigging and zagging, or in this case, just zig down this way. And if I had more bookshelves, I would keep following that same system or process all the way down. Next, I'm gonna go through my artwork and see which ones are the right fit to use in the backdrop of my bookshelves. Now that I've placed these big corners, you can see that there are some large gaps here in the opposite corners and here as well in the middle. To fill in these corners, I'm looking at my collection here to see what would be the right fit. And as I'm looking, I love these different vases here as an option, as well as this green moss rabbit and this adorable chicken wire cloche back here because they're all very vertical and thin and would fit in very easily into these spots. I'm using these objects specifically to bring in that seasonality. So now I'm just gonna add a few finishing touches to these two shelves. I'm gonna see if I can add in one more layer of books right here horizontally to boost my painting up and add a little bit of zigging and zagging here with the books that I've placed on the first shelf. And then add some fresh flowers that I just picked up from my local grocery store to really bring in this season of spring. And there you have it. A beautiful and seasonally styled bookshelf that's appropriate for the spring and probably beyond as well. This is such a rewarding and easy project. I really encourage you to take it on. This project took me about 20 minutes to do, including running over to my shop to bring home some of my favorite new arrivals. So I encourage you to look through the things that you already have, such as I did in my own home with some of these antique jars and some of my paintings. And then, of course, if you enjoyed seeing any of the pieces that I styled my bookshelves with today, you can grab those from my shop as well. Except for the flowers. Those aren't gonna make it to you. Just go to your local grocery store, just like I did, and pick up the colors that you want to bring into your home. Coco really wanted to be a part of this week's episode, so he's joining us for the last few bits I wanted to share with you. Don't forget what I shared with you in the beginning, which is to think about the decor that you need in those large groups or chunks so you don't get overwhelmed with all of the small decor and accessory pieces that you're going to be attracted to. And then start with your left-hand corner and remember to zig and zag. Of course, you're going to look for your tall and skinny objects, and of course, this is a great project to bring in some of those antique and vintage pieces that we all love. I hope you loved seeing this episode and have been inspired by all of this beautiful spring decor that could be out and enjoyed all season and beyond. If so, I want you to make sure that you tune in over the next few weeks because I'm going to be sharing how I'm using these pieces and some other incredible and adorable spring decor that's coming into the shop. If you love this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps me know that you love this type of content. Then when you're done, hit the subscribe or the follow button, and then make sure to click or ring the bell so you don't miss another one of our inspiring episodes. Then when you're done, head over to my blog where you can sign up to receive your free design newsletter and soak in endless hours of design tips that will help you create your dream home. Till the next time we meet, keep using your amazing gifts to create heart in your home. Now, of course, I have a couple of objects left over. Let me say it again, I lost the T. Stop it. I'm not gonna pick you up. Who wants me to pick him up? Don't eat it, baby. You don't know what you're allergic to. Do you notice anything different?
Clean?
We cleaned it? That's it?
That's different. That's different.
What?
The flowers and the bunny rabbit, and then
What's your nickname,
for
generally speaking? It rhymes with?
bunny.
You don't know your nickname?
No. Row honey.
Row Honey Bunny?
Well,
You're feeling shy?
no.
Row Honey Bunny. You've got a little partner for you now.